Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm taking a look at an Instagram live that took place between Rudy, the Warning manager, and Dany, the Warning guitar player and lead vocalist that we know so well. So I have never seen this before, didn't know that it happened. Apparently Rudy had a live and then he had Dany come on. And so this is about 20 minutes long. It's January of 2022. This means that the Warning themselves have just recently rescheduled a whole bunch of dates due to COVID still going on. They had hoped to be starting their American tour around this time, and it had to wait about 3 more months. So that's the context going in. Just thought it would be interesting to check out. And many thanks to, I think it's Paul Powfan that showed this one to me. So thank you very much for just suggesting this one. All right. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, just know I'm always looking at non-music content that features bands that are touring today. So if that interests you, please subscribe so you won't miss anything. All right, let's go ahead and check this out.
There is. Hey, you.
¿Cómo estás?
I didn't know if you were... Bien, no sabía que estabas conectada porque hace rato te puse un request.
They're going to start speaking in English soon.
¿Cómo?
And it's going to be mostly English.
Literal, me metí y me dice, Rudy Hofroy wants you to join his live.
Ahorita sí, sí.
In fact, I'm going to turn off the captions.
Hi! Hola a todos! Hey, were we talking in English or Spanish?
Mostly English. Y cuando me preguntan español, español. But, so now that you're live, my numbers are going up. But we had a good 200 people on there, so it's good. We're at 500 now. What are you doing, Dany?
I'm doing great. Actually, sorry that I didn't. I wanted to join since you started. But I was writing a song with Pau. Woo! And we just got into the fun of it, and half an hour later, here I am. But I was just like, I wanted to go on Rudy's live. So I was just like, let's pick it up later.
Yeah,
so.
Well, I told you yesterday, and just so everybody knows, it was so cool having that meeting yesterday and catching up on work and Patreon and seeing everyone that I hadn't seen, like the whole team and family this year. So it felt really good, and it's exciting we have so much to do, content and planning wise, and surprises that are coming. So excited.
Yeah. By the way, I just read the marketing email.
We'll talk about
Boy, they're talking business, and I don't know if we're privy or not to that. Again, they probably just talked about rescheduling a bunch of dates, but we shall see.
Got it.
Yeah, we have to work on that too. No, yeah, guys, it's true. We have a lot of things to work on. I was actually doing handwritten lyrics today also, because I have to get ahead on everything. But yeah.
Lyrics. Creativity.
There's my filter. Hey. That's the filter that I like.
No.
It's Ribbit Rudy.
Nada.
Dany's gonna. There we go.
Oh, triple Dany.
Whoa.
So I use this filter, and I showed you some of the funny ones that said this character called Iñaki. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Filter fun.
Sí, cierto. High five myself.
But I guys choose filters. I don't even know what I'm gonna.
I don't even know what this is.
I get a tan.
Fuck.
Ooh. Filters, I tell you.
Wait. Oh, sorry. No. It's because it doesn't let me.
Yikes. A friend of mine told me at one point that the future was in making Instagram filters. This was a while ago. I ignored him. I wonder if that was the right decision. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But look how much fun I could have had.
Qué risa. Big smile. Pero bueno.
This is my favorite one.
I don't have that one. I don't think I have that one. Ooh. I don't even know what most of these are. This is Ali's favorite one because it blurs everything. It's just like...
You can't see the wrinkles.
Espera, no, ¿quién soy? Es como... no sé cómo. Ooh! I think
looks like he's got shaving cream on his glasses.
How do I activate it?
I think you click the screen, maybe?
Oh.
I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know if it works live. Maybe if you like record, I don't know.
And we have to experiment with the filters.
But I will
gotta go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and boring. I like it. That's my favorite.
Oh, I couldn't read all the comments, but I don't know. They're just laughing.
Yeah.
As they should.
And they're saying that Rudy Day. Oh my God. So is today gonna be your day? Tuesday's going to be Rudy Days.
Oh, I don't think I don't think I'm that interesting to have a day.
You are very interesting, Rudy. Look. Do you want to see my diamond painting? That's just very random. What?
Verlo?
Yeah, show the diamond painting.
Ay, espera. Voy a hacer bien feo para voltear la cámara, pero... Ok, sí. Mira, ahí la llevo.
Ooh.
Qué bueno.
Okay, we just take a little look at that. Do a little... Okay, a little pause here. So it turns out, I thought this was January 11, possibly, because that's when it went up on the Warning Army site. Sometimes, I mean, you wouldn't know necessarily if it were the real day, but it turns out that was a Tuesday. So yes, this would have been January 11, 2022. Very nice diamond painting, Dany.
Bonito.
Huh? Is it bolitas okay con goma? What do you do?
Sí, they're like little diamonds, and this is a sticker. I have to actually peel this like plastic off.
That's for like 8-year-olds, right?
No, that's for like... It's a very common pastime for, I don't know. It's like building
like drawing, like anxiety books for drawing and stuff.
Yeah, literally. So I take this little pen and look, I have my diamonds, my little diamonds here in this box, and I have to follow it. Let's pick a color. What color do you want?
Wow.
Black.
This takes patience.
Black. Okay, I have black here.
Diamond.
Da-da-da. So I would just like pour this in this like little cup and then just pick one by one and put them where they have to go.
Oh,
that's something.
I got an anxiety attack just thinking of that.
Honestly, can you imagine? You have to be so focused and not worry about the tedium that might be involved for some people. For others, I could see this be very relaxing because what they're doing is slowing down everything so that they can do this task just right and get it in there. Some people will be driven nuts, others will love it. I can understand that. I think I know which is which among these two people.
I don't know, like I would love to have the patience to even like do yoga, but it's so slow and it's just so I don't have the...
He's probably not a good candidate for meditation either.
No, it's so relaxing. So I just like, I don't have to think about anything. I just put some music and I just like concentrate on my little diamonds. That's it.
Yeah, Rick, I would lose my mind as well.
Different strokes.
It's for me to not lose my mind, actually. It's the other way around. So that when I need to rest, I rest completely because I won't think about anything but the diamonds.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of tough not to think about the warning. It's even, we've had that too. Even like when we try and have these dinners and say we're not going to talk about the warning, it's like we end up talking about the warning.
Yeah. Like, no talking about work.
The other day that we had breakfast, I think we had a good run without talking about the warning. We talked about the warning part of it, but other parts, no. We can talk about the Cardinals and my family and
food.
Yeah, breakfast food.
Yep. So yesterday, Luis gave me a lime drunk saladito. So bad.
Kiss.
You should have seen his face.
It's horrible. It's like a dried prune, which has been cured in salt.
What?
And they sell it by the bag. And then Luis puts it in a Tupperware of pure lime juice.
Yeah. Amazing. It's
and
I will take your word.
Horrible. It's like why would anybody even eat that? And it's like my face like shrunk, and then all my saliva started like flowing. It was so horrible.
It was so funny to see your face. No, it's amazing. I love that too. I don't eat it
in the 80s, like when I was a kid, but I think those extreme tastes are like for kids and not for adults.
I don't know about that. I think Rudy keeps cutting her off. But I get the sense that it would be very astringent in your throat, and it might be something that singers really like for that reason, to clear you right out.
It's with like
it's amazing.
Reflux and
the suffering is what makes it worth it. It's just like it feels like it's going to drill a hole in your stomach and you're like, yes.
No. I mean, no.
Yes.
We don't need more suffering, It's just like life is tough enough to eat salt cure.
Suffering with a purpose, I'm telling you. It's the thing. Probably if you have a cold coming on or something, have one of those things and forget it.
Prunes
drowned in lime. Acid.
Yeah. There's going to be one point where I can't eat that. So I have to do it right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well. What are your sisters up to?
This is really interesting watching them interact with each other, by the way. I mean, they're completely familiar with each other and have gone through everything by this time, although they haven't gone through the U.S. tour yet, which was the real test. I mean, they've done a lot of things, though, together. They are extremely familiar and so very comfortable, and so it's interesting seeing the dynamic here between them.
Well, Pao was just writing with me. Ale, I'm not so sure, but she's upstairs. We're all trying not to freeze. It's very cold inside the house. We're just
January. Like this morning, because it was cold yesterday too. Not as cold as today, but usually my house gets really cold, and my room is on top of my garage, so my room gets cold. But we're not turning on heaters yet. So sometimes you don't recognize it, but you're inside the house the whole time, and it's colder in the house than outside. And when I start making phone calls, I usually like to go walk. So I said, I'm going to make a phone call outside. And as soon as I stepped outside, it was colder. So I was like, no way. But you know what I wore today? Because I went to the bank. I wore the jacket that you guys gave me for Christmas.
Really? Is it enough?
Yeah, it's very warm. It's very warm.
Very nice.
It's a very cool jacket. I woke up and I was just like, I don't want to get out of my bed. It's cold. But I had to. So I drank tea. That helped.
There you go.
So, Guadalajara va a ser en el Teatro Cabaret, que se va a llamar Teatro Guanamor. Es el 26 de marzo.
26th of March, Guadalajara. I heard him say the name. I've forgotten it, but let me just pull it up right here since I'm always curious. I like to follow along with these things. March 26th, Guanamor Teatro Studio, Guadalajara. It's going to be with Aruca Sativa. And, of course, there's other shows going, where they do that. Actually, Monterrey, 2 days before. It just so happens that we are going to start looking at some of the Show Center Monterrey show that The Warning did 2 days before that. So serendipitous, isn't it?
Marzo, y los boletos van a salir en Ticketmaster la semana que entra. Esténse pendientes.
No sabía que ya podíamos dar esa información. Qué cool.
De hecho, está en el póster de la gira.
So how many of you think that they even consciously switched to Spanish here? I'm assuming at some point they're going to go, wait a minute, we were going to do this in English. Your bets down below, please.
O sea, so it's just the Ticketmaster link is not active yet, pero la semana que entra va a estar activa.
We're getting Spanglish.
Bien.
Y Y por si no saben, pues la gira se pospuso, ¿no? Porque es increíble que todavía recibo yo recados de gente de que nos vemos en Chicago. Se pospuso y vamos a tener fechas nuevas muy próximo.
Correcto.
What was your first concert? I think it was Stevie Wonder at the Tucson Community Center.
Awesome.
Really?
In 1985, I think.
I didn't even know that. That's amazing.
That would have been, is it Woman in Red? No, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe. No, who did that? He had some big hits in 1984 that he would have been touring in 85. In Square Circle came out, I think. I've got to look it up. I would have loved to have seen Stevie Wonder at that point in time. Yes, In Square Circle was the new album. That's right, I got that right. And it actually came out in 85. It had Part-Time Lover on it. It had Overjoyed on it. Both big hits. So, very lucky, Rudy. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Do you know which was my first concert?
What?
You don't? We haven't said our first concerts? That's impressive.
We have.
He just forgot. Yeah.
Well, it depends also on like what. That's like my first big concert because I think I went to Parchís and Menudo at the Plaza de Toros, Dallas, when I was like 8. You know.
Yeah. No, yeah.
My first official concert, was Stevie Wonder. Like that, we went to an arena kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, they commented.
What was your first?
Right, it was Maroon 5.
Maroon 5? Where?
Here in Arena Monterrey. It was 2010, I guess.
Ooh, 10-year-old Dany watching Maroon 5.
Like my second concert was Kiss. And that's like where I was just like, oh my God. Because don't get me wrong, Maroon 5 was amazing. But everyone was screaming. Actually, Adam Levine got mad at that concert because they didn't let him sing. You couldn't even hear him. It was just like screaming all the time.
Beatlemania.
So Kiss, I consider to be like my first big live moment.
Yeah.
And that was
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What?
Adrian and I saw Kiss together in 1996. Yep. July 30th, as a matter of fact. So pretty much exactly 30 years ago.
Yeah.
2012.
What?
Yes. But Maroon 5, I think, 2010.
2012?
2010, Maroon 5.
That's your first concert, 2010? Well, yeah, you were 10.
Yeah. I mean...
Wow, I'm old. My first Warning song I ever heard was probably 21st Century Blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because Patsy, like when he came to me, I guess he showed me the song because he said that, or he was going to do the video for that song.
Right. Correct.
But I must have seen your TED Talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, either Survive or 21st Century Blood was probably the first.
Now, he started working with the band in like September, October of 2016, I believe. They met somewhere around September is my guess. So they had the song 21st Century Blood and they wanted to make the video. Of course, it didn't come out for a bit. So if anybody wants to try to correct me on that timeline, you're welcome to. But that's my understanding.
I mean, I'd seen your covers before.
Yeah.
So, Meet and Greet en Guadalajara, sí, habrá. First concert, Ozzy Osbourne, cool. Kiss.
Nice.
Stevie Wonder, Canto Mexico.
Mine was The Police,
Sorry, guys, there's a
1983.
lot of comments. I'm from the UK. Can I get a shout out? Simon Butler. I don't know if you want a shout out for me, but there you go, Simon. Peace.
Again, shout out from Rudy.
Sí, muchas gracias, Jess, por tu comentario también. First Cake, Inferno. Hola, Daniela, saludos desde México.
Hola.
Los aburridos. No, ¿por qué, Eduardo? No estamos aburridos.
By the way, I'm seeing 2 different albums behind Rudy. Right now we can see Queen of the Murder Scene over his shoulder. And over the other shoulder, when his hand's down, you'll see Queen's Greatest Hits.
Te estamos aburriendo.
Sí, de hecho, ahorita voy a ir a visitarlos muy brevemente, Dani.
¿En serio?
Yeah.
Nice.
What else? What else can we talk about?
You see each other all the time, so you don't have anything left to talk about.
Okay, we have marketing meetings tomorrow. We have a lot of stuff to do. Oh, what did you think of the reaction video?
Oh, it was great. I love Grave. She's a sweet.
She's so quirky.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? I need to know. Being a reaction channel. This is well before we started watching. Well, it's about 2 years before, actually. So not that much. But yeah, who are they talking about? Was it actually an event when there was a reaction video at this point? I'm just curious. Maybe it was a good friend.
I can't wait for everyone to watch a reaction video now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah. But yeah, she's the cutest. I really want to see her in person someday. Have to go to LA though.
Well, we hope this Omicron just fades out in the next couple of weeks so we can get back on track.
Yeah.
Not going to be birthday tour anymore. So I was asking before you got on, Dany, like ideas of what we're going to do with those tour T-shirts with the dates.
Oh yeah.
What did they say?
Yeah, most of our ideas were like said, either putting postponed or something COVID or...
They would be collector's items today, just as they were printed in the first place. If anybody has one of those shirts, tell me about it below.
Just change the dates or just sell them like at 2-for-1 at half price with your actual tour shirt. So we're thinking of what to do, but it's hard to travel with like 5,000 T-shirts for the tour and carrying them in and out of the shows every day. So
put it in the merch store.
¿Alguna vez pensaste ser músico o tener banda? So I had a cover band. I like singing, like karaoke, just covers and stuff. But I had a cover when I was in high school and in college. But I never really thought of like being a musician. I don't think I ever even wrote a song. So for me, it's like it was a hobby and I had fun with it. And, never thought of being an official musician. But I love the fact that I'm a professional music industry persona. So I was a filmmaker for 15 years. I don't know if everybody knows that, but so it's cool to be in that same entertainment realm, which I think I'm good at and I enjoy. So, yeah. No soy diseñador. Sí uso Photoshop y sí me gusta el diseño. No soy diseñador al 100%. Pero he diseñado varias cosas, flyers and posters and stuff.
Nah, no Spanish
Rudy,
captions.
do you duet times karaoke?
You are in a song though, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dust to dust.
Dust to dust.
Invasión.
I do.
Adrian loves that part of Dust to Dust.
Cantan el nuevo álbum? Maybe. Some gang vocals. I don't know. Weren't you in Titanic? I was. I'm briefly there. I think I have like 14 seconds screen time, but I actually worked on the film for 14 months behind the scenes.
Wow. If I ever see it again.
Or festival shirts.
I'll have to look for Rudy.
Yeah, we tried to buy festival shirts at Rockville that weren't very cool. Like, I still have mine, the ones that I bought, and I'm embarrassed even to wear them in my house as a pajama.
That's not good. That's not good.
Hi.
Yeah, you love Jingle Bell Rock. I was so nervous singing Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, Jingle Bell.
We rehearsed it though.
We kind of did, yeah, but I was nervous because you guys make me nervous.
Why would we make you nervous? No, it's okay. No, but it was very early on in our like
2017
working relationship.
When you were still kind of like, I'm not gonna say
kids, basically.
I was gonna say joke.
Pequeñas. What? What was he gonna say?
I don't know if you guys would go for actually doing a Christmas cover with me on stage, but
no.
When are you going to Italy? Silvano. Get us an Italian promoter to take us to Italy, and we'll be there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they've been there now, I believe.
Me pongo nervioso a cantar mi parte de Dust to Dust porque dice que la canto fuera de tiempo y cuando, o sea, yo inventé ese tiempo, no esa frase, pero yo inventé la intención y el tiempo de esa parte de la canción, entonces...
Exacto, tú eres el que te lo debería de saber.
Pues sí, pero me pongo nervioso. Y se me olvida la letra aparte. Ese es el problema. Yo no tengo in-ears, entonces está difícil.
Gonna have to get Rudy some in-ears if he's gonna get on stage with them.
Rudy looks like he can always. I am a decent person. I would love to think so.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not a decent person. Yes,
that's right.
I'm from Australia, so brown, white adventures. So, fun fact, as Pau says, I lived in Australia for like 3 months. In Port Douglas, North Queensland, mate.
Wow.
Now worries.
Now that's a knife.
I worked on a film called The Thin Red Line.
The Thin Red Line.
Thin Red Line.
Y canto. Me gusta cantar Frank Sinatra. Me dicen Prank Sinatra.
Prank Sinatra.
¿Quién te dice eso?
Jorge Álvarez. ¿Te acuerdas de Jorge Álvarez, Ureña?
Prank Sinatra. Ay, Dios. Let me play among the stars. You always say that, stars.
Stars.
Yeah. Prank me to the moon.
Rob Sorensen, I got to work with Terrence Malick. He was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever work in the UK? I did not, Matthew. But I did work on a James Bond film where they were teaching me how to understand like the Cockney accents, like apples and pears, stairs. And they would be like, Rudy, want some water? I was like, what? Wanted some water. And it was like, bring me some water, Rudy. It's like, okay, apples and pears, stairs, frog and toad. That's the way it goes.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
So I'm waiting for the UK people to answer.
Okay. Like, am I supposed to say something?
No, not you. Blimey, mate.
Blimey.
Aranza MX. Con Eruca no, porque Eruca va a estar en el Vive Latino y no podemos tocar juntos. I don't think the Niners are...
Sounds like Roy Kent.
Huh? ¿Qué dice?
Sorry, it's because... Did you watch Ted Lasso, the series?
I did.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. So, yeah, when you spoke like that, you sounded like Roy Kent. Roy Kent.
Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Roy.
From Richmond.
Juanpa, sí, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cuánto tiempo? Parcero colombiano.
They have 1 minute left.
¿Qué pasó con todos los parceros acá, pues?
That's why I'm not stopping it.
Vamos a ir a Colombia en el 2022. Eso sí, es seguro. Until it's not. Or not, como decía Nick Little. Argentina. Sí, or not. Pero bueno, pues sí, lo padre era así como que conectar un rato y platicar con la banda.
Y yo me conté.
No, pues qué padre, Dani, qué padre que te acercas. You are quite welcome. Bueno, pues los veo en un ratito, paso ahí a saludar.
Sí. Gracias, Rudy, nos vemos.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So they slipped into Spanish once in a while, and like I said, I wonder if they even noticed. Maybe it took them a moment to realize, wait a minute, this is Spanish. We were going to do English. But that's all right. Yeah, for whatever reason, I could not get Spanish captioning that would auto-translate to English, not in a graceful way. I even tried re-uploading, and no dice. Had issues there too. But thankfully, most of it was in English, and they were just kind of shooting the breeze, kind of whatever came to mind. Two very familiar people that didn't have a particular agenda that they set out to talk about on this live. It was just a matter of Dany. It sounds like Dany was coming on as a guest on Rudy's live, and he already had people on, and then Dany came on, and of course the numbers shot up, and that's what happens, But that was fun. I'm glad to have had that pointed out. If there's anything else like that out there, I would be interested in finding out about it. But yeah, very, very cool to hear that. And it's kind of neat to hear that Rudy's first concert was Stevie Wonder. That is one artist I wish I had seen, especially back in the day. He was incredible. Yeah, Woman in Red was the year before. Okay, so it might have been in the set list, but I Just Called to Say I Love You was in that one. So regardless, I thought this was fun. I'm glad to have taken a look at it. Folks, why don't you let me know what you think of this? If you've ever seen it before, tell me about that. If it brought back any memories about the time period, like if you had a concert ticket and then the concert got rescheduled, something like that, let me know about that. I'm always interested in those stories. If you have anything else that you want to add, by all means, leave it below, okay? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.